guys, welcome back to my channel, Red Velvet's ASMR. We are doing a quick She Shed room tour. This area is not my room. This shelf you probably well know that I had in my room area. I moved it out here to the front. It's kind of like the cat playroom storage area that we have. But I wanted to go over everything real quick as a quick video. So here we have Frida Kahlo. I got this, oops, sorry, I can't see that. I got this coffee mug. I want to say I got this at Big Lots. If you're not familiar with Frida Kahlo, which I'm sure most of you are, she was a very, very talented painter back in the 1920s. Her art is definitely interesting. If you've ever seen the movie with Salma Hayek, I thought Salma did an amazing job portraying her. I really enjoyed the movie, and I really enjoy Frida's art as well. And of course, we have the Eiffel Towers. I have European descent, and one of them being great-grandfather being from France. Not sure what part of France. I'm not sure if it was northern or southern, but I know is that he migrated to the States back in the 40s and the 50s, and yeah. We got some wall art here. I thought these were really, really pretty. I love the earrings, and I gotta reach a little bit, sorry. These were at my job, and I thought, you know what? I could use some wall art in this area, this little storage she shed that I have. For you of those who know Rainbow Bright, this is from my childhood in the 80s. I saw this at Walmart for like $5, and oh my gosh, I had to have it. We got some more Eiffel Tower. These are pins that came from a friend of mine that I used to work with at Disneyland years ago. He sends me holiday cards every year. It's my son when he was a baby. That's when he was like 5 years old. And I have other little knickknacks. Wonder Woman being my ultimate favorite hero. So I have her here. This is an actual alligator head. This is Allie the gator. I do apologize for those of you who might be disturbed by things like this, but I do live in Florida now, and I believe it was maybe our second or third summer that we had lived here when I bought this at a citrus stand, a Florida citrus stand, where you can pretty much get like alligator heads this size or even larger. We're talking like a full-grown adult alligator, and they're priced anywhere between $28, which this one was $28, to a couple $100. I mean, most of the restaurants that you go to out here in Central Florida actually have alligator, some kind of alligator decoration. But the thing with the Floridians is that they don't just use it for props or to sell. They use everything on a gator. It's like crazy that they use the tail, the feet, every bit and part of the alligator. Nothing goes to waste. Here is some of my coffee mug collections. This that I've got here in different parts that have like different areas I've gone to. We got this right here at a human anatomy kind of museum. Mossy Museum, I believe it's called. I totally forgot the name. I do apologize. This was a gift sent to me by my husband's ex-wife, which there is a story to that. An incident had occurred where my husband had to go back up north, and he helped out with their son's home. Their son had passed away, and they were trying to get estate and other issues handled, and she really appreciated that. You know, I didn't really moan and piss about having my husband, her ex-husband, go up there for 7 weeks, but I thought, you know, come on, that's your son, even though he was an adult when he passed away. It's still their son, and I was understanding of a situation. It was hard, but very understanding. So yeah, husband is back now, but there's still a lot to do with their son's estate and probate issues. Just a big mess and issue with that. Journals and notebooks. I've used this in a video, The Burn Book. As you know, that's from Mean Girls, the movie. These are chopsticks from Japan. They're actually not for eating, but used as hair ornaments. I'm going through this kind of quickly. Elephants. This is the ASMR elephant right here. Came from India, and my friend, a good friend of mine, gave it to me as a gift. I thought, oh my gosh, it's made of wood. And look at the detail. It is so intricate. I love it. I absolutely love it. These are elephants that I bought. They're at different little stores, variety stores. It's a picture of me. I got Old Town San Diego, California. This is probably about 10 years old, but there was a man who was out with an old school photography, like my camera and everything. He was taking pictures of people for about $10. And I mean, just the way they did it back in the late 1800s with the old school camera system. That's how he took that picture. So that's me. That's what I would look like, I guess, in the 1800s. This I found at an antique store in North Carolina. I thought, oh my gosh, that is like the coolest thing. Little plate. How much was that? $2.99. And of course, coming back, and there it goes. Coming back from California this last trip, this past March, flew out of LAX, and I had to pick up Oscar. So anytime anyone ever has a dramatical moment, I say, here, you've won your Oscar. Hollywood. Walk of Fame, star I also picked up at the airport, and my cat Bagheera. I'll show you guys Bagheera. Wants a piece of the action. Hi Bagheera. Bye Bagheera. Bye baby. This right here is a piano that a customer at my work had actually given to me. She makes them, and I thought that is the cutest thing ever. She made a little grand piano. It's dusty. I've tried dusting in here so many times, and just dust returns. It's crazy. This carpet right here, this is a mouse pad. Isn't that the neatest thing ever? Little tassels on the end. Sorry for the shadow, guys. Okay, and as is, you know, the famous Tower of London. I got this, a friend of mine in our congregation had this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is amazing. She was getting rid of it. So I have it now on my wall. I love canvas art. And it's just an amazing shot of the Tower of London and the Thames River. The River Thames, I believe it's actually said. This is another piece of wall art that I found at my job. And I love the texture because of the little crystals that they have on it. You can see them kind of shine in the light. Oh, don't want to drop it. Brooklyn Bridge. This I bought at a yard sale. Actually, a few houses down from us. And this was only like $8 for this humongous wall art. I'm like, wow, she had this one and she had one that was in black and white. I chose this one just because I thought the lights came out so pretty. The Hudson. Wednesday calendar, which featuring on the month of September. It's a little bent, but and on to my room, my little space that I have here. I told you guys that I was going to be getting a new shelf. There it is. Let me move this across the way. It was a gentleman and his wife who own a local business. And my coworker actually sent me the link from Facebook Marketplace for this coffin. Turns out he and his wife have been in the business for quite some time, and they don't just make coffins. I thought they were only, you know, I expected some gothed out guy to come walking out, and there was an older gentleman, very, very pleasant. And he said, no, they make everything from boats to different movie themes like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. And this one is what I chose, lilac, not lilac, iris purple. Oh my gosh, I love it. The camera doesn't really do justice for that color. But what I really liked, the fact that it looks like an old school coffin. Like it's all faded and vintage looking. It is just, it's beautiful. Oh my gosh. I got limited space on this, so I had to be careful with what I chose. I am going to be replacing some of these books. What we got? We got the complete collection of The Wizard of Oz by Frank Baum. This book is Grimm's Grimmest, which is Grimm's fairy tale, a collection. Pinocchio, Snow White is in there. Sleeping Beauty is not in here. A couple of other stories, like the real fairy tale stories that you see in Disney, so much of a fairy tale in this book, as you well know. Beyond the Dark Veil, I featured this book in a video on my old channel, and I will do another video because this one here is about photography in the postmortem of the 1800s. Very, very interesting. Of course, the Chronicles of Narnia, yes, for us of us who are avid readers. I have read that. I have read Lord of the Rings. I've read The Hunger Games, all them books that have more than 3 stories added to them. This is a little Wednesday speaker that I got at Walmart that doesn't want to work anymore. It doesn't want to charge properly, so she's now a decoration. There's my Pop Funkos and a little collector's bow. Oh, my Pearl collection. This is supposed to be a vampire bite right here with blood dripping. And as you can see, Eiffel Tower jewelry. Not the Eiffel Tower jewelry, but the Eiffel Tower with jewelry hanging on it. Thing. Hello again, Thing. I got this as a wedding anniversary gift. I named this Salem's Rose. Beautiful, beautiful black cat canvas art. I am a fan of black cats. I'm a fan of cats anyways. As you know, as you saw Bagheera out there, he's about 3 months old, and he just had his first round of vaccinations last week. So he was born feral, but he's going to be very much domesticated by the time he's a year old. This is jewelry that I have, coffin shaped, and I got this stained glass candle in Wine Country back in California. Of course, that was my son sneezing. I do apologize. The living and the dead. He sneezed again. Sorry. Journal with the handbook for the recently deceased. These are just journals. There's nothing inside of them. That would have been awesome if there was actual writing in them. This is another gift that I got from a sister in our congregation. She had gone to Cozumel, Mexico. Not sure where exactly that is, but I had to have this, and she's like, oh, go ahead, it's yours. So I have a lot of stuff like this. This came from the Goodwill. It's like this really cool looking vase made of, I don't know, tin or something, some kind of metal. Had to have it though. If you look at the bottom shelf, these are bows that I have. I actually have like I guess you can say they're cosplay dresses and blouses from the Victorian era. And on Sundays, I wear them. I have all the features to go with it. I have the old Victorian boots to go with it. I mean, when I dress up Victorian, I dress up Victorian. It's crazy, I know. It's usually a little too warm to dress because the material of the clothes is not really, it's light, but it's just too heavy for Florida humidity, honestly. But it's getting cooler now, so I will be dressing up more. And I don't have to have a reason to dress up like that. I've just always been, you know, I just always been that way. These are actual shoes that they were mine. I thought this was a good decoration to go with the rest of this right here. I was born in the year 1978. I know, I'm old. But There was a time during that particular decade only, I believe, maybe the 80s as well, where parents bronze their babies' shoes, their newborn 3 to 6 month, I think, as well. And they bronzed them. And it was just a popular trend that parents did. So I've had these all my life. They've been in all the houses that I've ever lived in, the apartments. They've gone everywhere with me. I do have the baby picture that goes with them. I may be about a month, 2 months old in the picture, but since it's from the late 70s, it's super, super faded, and I don't even know that they're able to restore, any of it. So I have it put away. It's just gonna eventually fade into time, and that'll be that. So those are my bronze shoes that I had as an infant. A globe. I got it at Walmart. It was only like $10. My phrenology bust. I've used this in a video as well. If you're familiar with phrenology, it was a quack science back in the, I guess, 17th and 18th centuries that doctors actually believed was true. And each little marking indicates the bumps on the brain. And if you had a larger bump, let's say right here, you had a certain tendency, what does this say? Antiquity. I don't even know what that is supposed to mean. It says worship. So I guess this space right here, if it was, you had a bump there, then that meant you're, I guess, more religious. But they would actually go all over your scalp and see if they could feel bumps, and it was just, it was just the craziest thing that was popular in, I think it was only maybe in this country. It might have been throughout the world. I don't know. I'm just glad that it actually didn't last and that they saw it as a quack science, but it's still a pretty interesting theory. And each one is listed. Oh, this one's ideality. Whatever that means. Secretiveness is right here. There's categories and then subcategories under them. My vase with my interesting plants. These are fake, they're not real. I unfortunately do not have a green thumb, and I kill, oh my gosh, I kill weeds. It's like weeds. I know that sounds really, really foolish, but I had a bamboo plant that I got, and I end up killing it. Not on purpose, of course. I don't have a green thumb. Yeah, so this is a fake plant, but it is sorry guys for the movement. Really, really pretty. Tore up, all the floor is torn up. We're gonna be putting new flooring in pretty soon. But look at the design on that. That is so pretty. Now that is my coffin. I am so happy, yay. So we got stuff here. This is my actual dresser in my little space. Just props that I have. My tiara that I've gotten for my channel. Different characters that I wanted to try to establish. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so I'm very, very fascinated by like the jewelry that they wear. Like this is the Lord of the Rings based type of tiara. Hole in the wall. God, I'm so over it. It's just the humidity eats these walls alive. It's crazy. So we're constantly trying to update, constantly trying to fix things. Yeah, so So that's what that is. These candlesticks right here, my husband bought for me at an estate sale, and I thought, oh my gosh, they are super heavy. They are wrought iron heavy, and I had to have them. They were $2 a piece. The people who sold them, like I said, it was an estate sale, and they were just wanted to get rid of everything, so they put everything between $1 to $15, maybe $20 for most items. I have this vase that I bought at a Goodwill for, I think, $9.99, maybe $8.98. Look at that. It is all ceramic. Oops. Very, very, looks like the Georgian era, which might be 1700s. I've got a dress similar to this as well. Similar, not like the Georgian era. That's a little too much for me. Like the whole wig thing, I couldn't do that. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go that far. Unless it's a costume party then. But even then, I'll probably just use what I already have in my closet. I have enough jewelry and hairpins. This was a gift from a friend. That I could use to make it look close to that period. But other than that, yeah. Martini glasses that were a wedding gift from a friend. If you haven't noticed, they are Eiffel Tower. I'm very, very careful with these things. Oh my gosh, I'm afraid one day I'm gonna break them. And I'm gonna be so sad if I do that. My watch that I bought off of my neighbor back in California. Little drawers that have nothing in it, but I like the blue and white decor. Once again, it was the same kind of little gathering where the sisters in our congregation had all kind of got together, and they had pieces like this. The cat, the red cat that you saw, the canvas of the Tower of London, all that came from this particular gathering where it was kind of like a white elephant kind of party where if you're not using it or you didn't want it, you just put it out on a display table. No payment, no nothing. You just kind of put your stuff and then people put their stuff. And if you see something you like, you take it. That's what I did. Okay, so what do we got? Oh, we got, this is my bed. And as you can see, it's all very makeshift. I've had these curtains since I lived in California. It'll be 6 years that I've moved here to Florida. These lights, everything's plugged in. I finally put those elephants up. But like I said, this is all very, very makeshift. This is not a real room. But it's kind of my go-to space. Yep, indeed. Because, you know, we all need our space. We all need our little he caves or she sheds. Man cave is what I mean. Size, I put them up. Not too bad of a job. It's a little sloppy, but I'm proud of myself. Another canvas wall art that I bought at my job. Eiffel Tower, of course. I've had this Taj Mahal. It's a decal that I put into the black frame. I've had it forever. I think my son was still in diapers when I bought the decal. I thought, wow, that's really, really cool. And I put it in the frame. The glass broke, of course, but I mean, that's okay. So I just kind of leave it there. These roses are not, this one is black. This one came with a dress that I bought on, there it goes. Don't mess with anything, come on now. I bought this with a dress. And those are really black, but these ones up here, I bought at my job and I spray painted them black. Frida Kahlo. I bought this in Old Town San Diego. I thought, oh my gosh, what a cute picture, I had to have it. The elephant up there is also a decal that I bought with the Taj Mahal. Framed it. And look how pretty that is. I love that blue. These are paintings that my son actually had made when he was younger. I call that the Trita because it's got cheetah spots kind of and a tree right in the middle. I thought it was really, really cool, so I framed it. And that's a splatter paint that he did. I thought that was really cool, so yeah, I framed that too. These I got from my brother-in-law. They were canvas art that belonged, I guess, to his daughter-in-law, and she didn't want them anymore, and he had them in storage, and he said, shoot, if you want them, take them, because I'm going to get rid of them. I thought they were really cool. Ancient Egyptian art. Well, I mean, not really real ancient Egyptian art, but canvas work. I got this picture. It's an actual house in North Carolina. I want to say it was 1910 when this was taken, and I got this where the same antique store that I bought the postmortem photography book at. I found a couple of cool oddities and things in the antique store. Some things I really wanted, but I thought, you know how some items are just questionable and you don't really think you should have them. Yeah, they were cool, but a little questionable. I recently had all these in a video. This Enid in Wednesday from the Netflix show Wednesday. That's the little Volkswagen Beetle that I have. Thing is actually right there, and Wednesday standing with her lonesome self off to the side. You can't really see her. This is just a jar of plastic diamonds that I got from a friend. She bought it at Ross for $4.99. I like this kind of decorative stuff, trinkets, so to speak. There's my Wednesday Monster High Edition doll. And Wednesday where you can take her face and replace it. Kind of creepy, but I thought I had to have it. The same brother-in-law that gave me the Egyptian pieces here also gave me this because he knows I love elephants. And this thing is super heavy, but I just know if it falls the right way, it'll shatter. But look at the detail on that. It is so cool. My Nevermore Academy beanie from Wednesday, which is getting to be cool enough. I'll be able to wear this out soon. So that is it. My little She Shed room tour. Hope you enjoyed it. I will be posting again shortly. And I hope you all have a pleasant day or evening.